Welcome back to the channel. I want to say, first of all, no, gaming is not dead. No matter how much people want to tell you about that, it's not dead. It's like stronger than ever. I would say it's like it's in a good area. I feel like, and some amazing games have come out this year. What can I say? Some amazing stuff happened this year. Like, so if you see someone saying gaming is dead because their one Call of Duty hasn't come out or something, then don't trust them. Trust me today. Trust me. It might be one of the best years in gaming. I cannot lie. Like all types of stuff came out. Like I said, like all the amazing games came out, and in those games, like amazing games like Baldur's Gate 3 came out, which is an amazing RPG with choices that feel like they matter. In the game, it feels like you matter to the world and stuff. You're just doing things with your party, and you're going to these places and feel like it's mattering. Like even if it's turn based and that's not your thing, I feel like it's a good thing to go about. You enjoy the game because if you think about it, the game is just good, great, even game changing. Even like I would say, game changing, like industry changing. Maybe it's that good. I've only got like a few hours in. Other games that came out, of course, is like you got your Mario and your Zelda game, and those games are as consistent as can be. You have like Super Mario Wonder, which is very great. And like it finally they ditched the new series formula after so many years because for 2D they've been doing this for like years, and that's pretty good in my opinion. Like they up the creativity, and like every world feels like a unique thing. Like it's actually pretty awesome. Like one world you'll be doing this one thing where you turn into like a chainsaw or something. I don't know if you actually change. I haven't put that much time into. I don't know if there's a world where you turn into an actual chainsaw, but hey, it's creative. Then you have like Tears of the Kingdom, and like it's like a full. If you play Breath of the Wild, you know what type of game this is. It's like a direct sequel to Breath of the Wild, and it adds great additions to it and improves the overall formula. And if you like that, you will like it. It's just like very enjoyable. I cannot lie. I liked it. I might not have completed it, but then we have like Alan Wake 2, which is great. It's like a detective mystery thriller game. It's like creepy and it's like a good vibe, I think. Like if you enjoy detective games or mystery games, it's gonna give you what you need. I haven't got too far in that as well because like I said, it's been busy. I've been busy and until recently, but yeah, it's like also very great. Like you follow the protagonist as they do detective work. And you're trying to solve a mystery in a small town. It's like, what can I say about it? That's all I can say about it. Without getting into spoilers, you know. So I have a confession. I have a confession. I love Cyberpunk 2077. I've always loved this game. Like even though they apparently had some promises that they broke, apparently I didn't follow the pre-release stuff. I never do. Because at some point you just don't want to get spoiled by the stuff. And apparently they broke a lot of promises, but I always liked it. I played it on PS4 Pro. It had trouble loading things in and stuff, but it was a fun time. I enjoyed the story. But ever since then, I played it on PC and stuff. It's much better on PC, honestly. Well, I played it on PS5 as well, but this is also good on PS5. But they also recently released the Phantom Liberty DLC expansion, and it's very great. What can I say about it? It's fantastic. Another spike thriller. You're meeting great characters that feel like the characters matter. They have their own objectives, plans, and intrigue. You just go through it and you just with it. So if you haven't played 2077, play it. Just play it. Just play it. Just play it. Set aside about 40, 50 hours and just play it. You're gonna have a good time. Trust me. Maybe you don't trust me, but I recommend it. This might be a controversial take, but I also loved Final Fantasy 16. It was good. Get off me, it was good. What can I say? I liked it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed everything it had to offer, except for the side quests were kind of and the fact that you only play with one character is I don't know why they do this. Like they should have let you play as the brother on his little quest and journey. It would have felt like right, or maybe even like let you play as Jill occasionally. But it is what it is. I think for what it's worth, it tells a great story and the characters are great and the motivations are there. But yeah, if you're expecting those things, be prepared to be disappointed. But it was otherwise a great game. Plus, I always like Final Fantasy. I don't know why people don't like new Final Fantasy, but those are always great. They might not be like game changing anymore or legendary anymore, but it's still a fun time. All right, then you have the great remakes like Resident Evil 4. It was great. It was like the overall presentation was like much improved. The story, of course, you're gonna have a great time. I think they took a lot of the goofiness out of it, which is interesting. But hey, you can't complain. You can't complain about perfection. You can only do so much. And of course, Leon is like the GOAT, the GOAT of Capcom. What can we say? You can't go wrong with that. You can't go wrong with that. But yeah, there's just been many standouts this year. Like even without the ones I mentioned, there's just been so many great games. So if someone's just sitting there saying, "Oh, gaming is dead because they like to pour microtransactions into every movement. I hate it so much, and it's all going downhill because gaming is dead." No, don't believe them. Like, I don't think out of any of the games I've talked about, they had like no microtransactions. But I will say I was kind of disappointed with the way with yearly games. That's the one thing. Yearly games are so disappointing. This is like off topic, but yeah, they're so disappointing. I got 2K for the first time in like 6 years, and I was sad about it. But otherwise, gaming is great, in my opinion. And like even next year, bro, how can I keep up with this like release schedule? I gotta get like a Dragon, I think Persona game coming out and Final Fantasy all in the first 2 months. How am I doing this? How do they expect me to do this? Well, yeah, like otherwise, it's pretty great. Like you can't complain. You can't just be sitting there complaining about it. It's like everything's not gonna be great. There's gonna be some games that like fail, of course. They've always failed. Like don't listen to people if they tell you that gaming was just like no games failed back in the day. They did. Trust me, they did. They really did. And even then, back then, they couldn't get fixed. So that's the biggest thing. They couldn't even get fixed back then. So what you gonna do now? You get a broken game, Sonic 06, then it's just broken forever. Like what you gonna do? And that's not even the only one. The game were broken before then. You don't hear about it because they're not so bad that they just stay infamous like Sonic 06. But they just be bad and they just ruin the company, and the company's gone and no one talks about it anymore. So like, yeah, but what can you do? So the only thing you hear about. But yeah, gaming is great and it's been pretty great. What? Then they charge you $70. So like, what can we do? Just expect it to keep getting better and better, or don't play games out. It doesn't matter. But yeah, game is not dead. That's all we got to say today.